Hello, hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to my channel. I am Adele Mitchell, and today I will be doing a total weekly forecast for you for this week, and I will be using my zodiac board of 12 houses. So we are going to tap in on all areas of your life. We will not skip on anything. This is a reading pertaining to whatever serves you, whatever you pick up on that feels good. And let's begin with your first house, the house of self. And you have received the 8 of Cups. All right. With the 8 of Cups, there is this desire to have a big change come in your life. So I'm seeing that something in the past, the recent past, has not been serving you. Now you're looking towards the future almost to the extent where you are not living in the past, you are not living in the present moment either. So here you are intuitively foreseeing what it is that you need in order to have this big change come about for you, right? So it's not like this is something that is in the unknown. You know what you want, you know what you desire, and you're really ready to attain it now. You finally come into a place in your life where you're willing to let go. I'm not seeing any struggles with, thinking about the what ifs. You're just fully in alignment right now with knowing, almost like having a one-track mind and just really going for the goal. So this is a really powerful place for you to be in. And we are going to move right on into the second house, which is the house of possessions. You've received the 10 of Pentacles. With the 10 of Pentacles, what's most important to you right now, Sagittarius, is being around those who truly love you, the ones who you know you can trust, the people that have provided you with support all along the way, who never doubted you and your goals. And with those people, it's almost like you have a tribe of soldiers helping you in transitioning into this new place in your life where you know you need to be and you know where you're going to be most successful. So for this week, you're going to want to look around at the people that you spend your time with, the people that you give your attention to. Those are going to be the ones that you know are going to be in your court, per se, for the future. They're also going to be your cheerleaders. There's a lot of family going on here. I think I mentioned that already. But also people that have their own lives together. The people that are being successful naturally themselves, you're going to be attracted to them and they're going to be attracted to you, which is going to help you in what you're ready to accomplish here. In your third house, this is your house of communication. You have received, this card's jumping out, the Star. All right. With communication, one thing that you will not be very intuitive on is receiving feedback from those who are not closest to you. I'm picking up on you having talks with those that you are not very familiar with. So if you are placed in situations where you're having chats with strangers, there's going to be a part of you that is hoping for a really good turnout with the person that you're sharing energy with, because your energy is very sensitive right now. You're in a place of, transition. Even though you know where you're going and heading, there's still this part of you that's a little like not wanting to be intertwining with anyone that could shake things up for you, because you've let go of that already. So you don't want to add on more. Anybody's drama, anybody who complains a lot, you're going to want to really avoid. So your hope here with the star is that you're communicating with those who are in alignment with who you are and where you're at in your life. As mentioned here, the people that are doing really well, those are the people that you're going to want to match up with. So anytime you feel like you are entering into a conversation that may be not so good, excuse yourself, right? Make up an excuse to say, oh, you know, that I'm sorry things are going that way for you. I wish you the best, but I gotta go. Bye. That's going to protect your energy field. And you're going to be challenged often throughout this week with scenarios like that. In your family house, you've received the Judgment card. So there are going to be people within your family that are going to question you just a touch on what you are doing. We had family here that support you, but I'm seeing some extended family members. There's a stick in the mud, like a grandparent. I'm picking up on a male as well. Perhaps like an uncle that you don't really talk to too often, but somebody within your family tree who's going to be kind of coming out of the woodwork and questioning you. It's not that they're not going to support you per se, but they're going to want you to explain your plan. They want to know that you're making good decisions for yourself and that you have a goal. You have, you know, an idea of where this new change is going to take you. I also see that once you explain all that to them, they are going to support you, because as we saw here with the Ten of Pentacles, you know, it's just, you're going to keep aligning yourself with those who are closest to you. And even though this looks like a distant family member, they're still going to be, you know, on a soul level connected to you. So they still ring important with everything you're going to be facing this week. In your fifth house, this is your house of pleasure. Sagittarius, you've received the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so with the Five of Pentacles, there's this feeling of almost going a little overboard with your change. So Five of Pentacles can be like a loss of home, kind of like a distraction away from what you feel most comfortable with. This is a warning sign that in order to give yourself the most pleasure of all, that you are supplying yourself with enough grounding and stability throughout this change where you don't lose yourself in the shift. This can be difficult to do, and although you have confidence and you're ready and you know where you're headed, this pleasure house is saying that if you push too much, too far, too fast, then you will almost lose sight a little bit of what it is that truly brings you satisfaction and your desires. So as mentioned at the beginning, you know, I talked a lot about you kind of having like this future thought, you know, this future mindset, as opposed to living in the present moment or the past. So with the pleasure card, we're being told that it's going to be important to live in the present moment, pull yourself back out of the future and give to yourself in the here and now, okay? That can be meditating, that can be taking a hot shower or a tub, going into nature, anything like that, that's just going to kind of hone in on the actual moment. Even if you do like a gazing experiment, you know, just focusing on the object that is in front of you for a certain amount of time, that's going to help in honing in on that energy that your pleasure house is really asking for this week. Okay, in your health house, Sagittarius, you receive the Two of Swords. The blue-footed booby. Okay. You've been doing too much of something. I'm seeing that this something is what you think is really good for you, and I'm picking up that there's a lot of good in how you've been taking care of yourself, but there's an imbalance here. It's almost like you think you know what you're doing that's really good for your health, but there's this tiny little question in your mind where you're like, am I overdoing it? So taking too much of a specific supplement, going overboard on dieting, working out too hard on a specific area of your body. Honestly, this really goes right back to the pleasure house and what we were talking about, and, kind of bringing more balance, because this is what's coming up, is this imbalance in the Two of Swords here in your health house. Once you start to implement some more ways of getting yourself back to feeling, whole and grounded, then your health house is going to be totally optimal. I'm not seeing that there's anything detrimental that's going to come up. Even if you were to stay on this routine and keep overdoing it, it's going to be okay. But if you really want like the greatest results for your health, you're going to have to pull back a little bit. In your partnership house, my dear Sagittarians, you've received the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is showing that people are going to be wanting to lean on you this week. Okay, they're going to want to, picking up on the message, taking advantage of you. Okay, if you have any free time and people around you know it, they're going to want to suck that right up. So you're going to want to be vigilant this week about who's kind of lurking around, coming into your life, who is feeling depleted of something in particular. This would be a really good time to not give out money, even to friends that are asking, because I do see that, in this partnership house, there's going to be somebody very close to you that is going to be kind of falling short a little bit, but in their weekly prediction, it looks like they have to kind of figure this out on their own. That could come across as being very difficult for you to do, because you'll almost be seeing them struggling and you'll want to help and you'll be in a position to help to a degree. But trust me with this Knight of Pentacles, they're not going to really be able to progress, even if you were to lend them out a loan or, give them more of your time. In fact, what would happen is that it would deplete you as a result. So you kind of just have to sit back a little bit and wait to see how things turn out for your partnership house and the person that you are most connected to during this week. So with the partnership house, it's not always your spouse, right? It's not always somebody that you're dating or talking to. Sometimes it's just your bestie or a family member, the person that you are closest with. So just be sure that you are able to kind of give them that little space that they don't think they need, but they really do, because they'll thank you later on for it. In your transformation house, you received the Devil. And the Devil is coming to show you that there is some reflection going on in your realm of spirituality. There's going to be times when you're going to question yourself. We saw here in your self house that you are confident with this change that's happening, with the path that you've chosen to travel upon. But down here with this transformation card, which is the change, we're seeing that it has a lot to do with how you see yourself, right? How others view you in a way. And I look forward to seeing what the reputation house brings up for this, because it looks like things that you've believed in the past are not really going to be what you believe in the future. And you're coming to see that here. Once again, this can kind of be a little bit of a challenge, but it's also going to be extremely beneficial, because you'll find that there's gifts in figuring out more of what you do believe in when it comes to spirituality, and using spiritual gifts. As we mentioned, I believe it was in the pleasure house to, meditate and just kind of take time out for yourself. These are the things that are going to bring you back to the core of who you are. So within this transformation, remember to keep doing that. I know this is starting to sound like a repeat, but it's true. It all comes back to, this transformation going on here and changing in a way that fits your needs, that suits you in who you are becoming, because you're no longer a person of the past. We saw that here. You're moving on. In your 9th house, which is your philosophy house, you have the Lovers. It just keeps going back to the Self card. You're loving what you're doing this week. Whoop. And that's important, because without loving what you're doing, you would be suffering. And I'm not seeing any suffering going on here. So it looks like you are on a path that is serving your highest good. You've kind of really tipped the scale in a way where you've just finally made it to a clearing. It's like you've been traveling for so long, and you've gone down detours, and you've gotten lost, and you've been given wrong information on which way to go, and here you are. It's like coming out of a forest into a field, and you can finally see your destination. So it doesn't look like there's really anything that you need to learn or gain wisdom upon within your philosophy house, because it's showing us that you've already really attained that here in your Self house, and you have your support of your family, and you're able to kind of just keep going. This is all about staying focused, moving ahead, and choosing you. We've seen that all throughout this reading, to choose you even when it comes to the partnership house. It's really just about you right now and your growth. In your reputation house, you receive the Four of Wands. And the way that other people are seeing you right now is there's some skepticism. There's some people that are on the outside of you. I'm picking up on acquaintances, maybe even a friend in your friend circle who is seeing this happening, and they're just having a little bit of doubts. So yeah, I'm picking up on a conversation between you and this person where and we'll go right back into the communication house, because it's going to be one of those moments where you're going to be hopeful that you can not quite convince them, but bring them to a realization of where you are in your life, so they can get on board with what's going on and not doubt you, not question you, not think that you're, making choices that are not most serving of your soul. Okay, so that's what we have here. If you find that, you're having a conversation with somebody and they are questioning you a lot, that's what this reputation house is all about. These are the people that, the distant uncle that we saw in the family house. Those are the people that are going to be judging you a little bit on the outside and kind of just need to be told where it's at. In your friendship house, dun, 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 so excited. I love the friendship house. You receive the High Priestess. Your friends know how intuitive you are. They're going to see that you are envisioning a future for yourself that is full of prosperity and benefits and the things that you've been working for a very long time. They're going to see that you've come to this clearing, right, as mentioned in your transformation house. And they're going to want to be supportive of you. I'm also picking up on a secret coming up. Someone's going to be sharing something with you this week, one of your friends, that is not going to be something that you are going to be intuitively in the know of. So as the secret comes to light, it's actually going to be like an aha moment for you. And although this is a tarot scope reading, and although I am a psychic medium, I do not feel it is necessary for me to share the secret with you, because this is something that's going to be enjoyable and something that you need to have be a little bit of a surprise. So be on the lookout for that. All right. Also, the letter S has come through as significant. It could pertain to the person's name who will be sharing that secret with you. And last but not least is your unconscious house, and you've received the Knight of Cups. All right, Sagittarius, this is kind of like a blind reading, right? This is the part of your week that you're just not able to see. But here we have a fun experience happening. I'm seeing that someone's going to be revealing their true feelings for you. They're going to be speaking to you in a way where they're kind of joking, but it's going to go back to that saying as in, there is truth in all jokes. So be aware of the person who's comical around you this week. What they are saying is almost like a subliminal message in a way for you, and will pertain to their feelings for you. I see it's going to be positive. Thank you so much, Sagittarius, for spending this time with me today. I invite you to subscribe to my channel for future readings, and I wish you a very blessed week ahead.